What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be installing these paddle shifters on the car, and we got an update for you guys for the Z06 15mm wheel spacers. So these are the 15mm spacers from Paragon Performance. The Z06 couldn't use the 20s. Well, it could use the 20s, but it just gave it a little bit too much poke. So they went with 15mm for the Z06. Now the big problem we thought we had was we needed a lug nut that would fit into this cavity here. It would be flush with this, so it could sit flush with the back of the wheel. But what we've recently realized is that the back of this cavity can actually take the entire head of that lug nut. So this is the lug nut we were using for the 15mm spacer that we thought we needed. And this is a regular lug nut. You can see it's about double the size there, a lot more material to grab on. Now I've got this bigger lug nut on here, and you can see it's just poking out about 5mm. So double check with the cavities in the back of the wheel and just make sure that it can take pretty much the entire head of that lug nut in each cavity, and then you won't have any issues. Some are much bigger than others. So this is my most shallow one right here, and it can take the entire head. And you can see here, the bottom of that head is recessed way down in there. So these will fit inside of those cavities. So now we can use this regular size lug nut instead of this really small one with a lot more material. So now none of you guys should have any issues with the 15mm spacers for the Z06. Get all the lug nuts for the wheel spacers torqued down to 140 foot-pounds. Same with the lug nuts on the wheels. Get those torqued down to 140 foot-pounds. Rinse and repeat on the other side, and you guys are all set. All right, now for the fun part. We're gonna install these paddle shifters. The guys over at Paragon sent us over all these colors, so I'm gonna install them all for you. These are made out of aluminum. They got the pluses and minuses cut out, a little window cut out here. They're bigger than your OEM paddles. I'm gonna show you how to get these stock ones off, compare them to these paddles, and then try out all these colors and see which one you guys like. I don't know which one I want. I don't know, I'm kind of torn between the black ones because I like the stealth concept that we got going on, but I also like the red because we have a little bit on the red on the outside. First thing you're gonna wanna do is go ahead and get the wheel turned one way or the other. Just gonna make getting to the paddle a lot easier. You're gonna use a pry tool, and then you're gonna pry off this plastic cover that's right behind the paddle shifter. There's two T20 Torx bolts that are holding this paddle shifter on. Once you get those removed, you're just gonna slide the paddle back. Next, you'll take a straight edge screwdriver and use that to pry back the locking mechanism. And you should be able to push down on the connector and pop her off. Now that you have your paddle shifter out, you're gonna pry up on these two tabs. Once you remove this cover, then we have to pull a pin out. You'll push from the bottom upwards, then you pull your pin out from the top. Then we can flip it around, pull the paddle shifter off. We're gonna grab our blue downshift paddle, slide that on, take our pin, slide it through the top, down to the bottom, verify that our mechanism's working, slide our cover on, snap that into place, clip back in the connector, slide the paddle shifter into place, use the OEM T20 Torx bolts to get the paddle shifters bolted in, and then replace the rear cover behind the paddle shifter, turn the wheel, and do the other side. All right, so we got both paddle shifters installed. They look great, they feel nice. These aluminum paddle shifters are much bigger than the OEM paddle shifters. You can see it extends about a ½ inch on both ends. Before you couldn't really see the bottom of the paddle shifter, now you can see it extending about ½ inch down. Pretty much wherever you are on the steering wheel, you're feeling that paddle shifter, so I like that, it's pretty nice. But I'm not gonna go with blue, so let's try out another color. If you guys want your paddle shifters, head over to ParagonPerf.com. They're doing a sale right now. Usually they're $249, but they're going for $199. And for the next 30 days, they're giving me a promo code to give to you guys, RWDC8Z, which you guys 5% off your paddle shifters for another $10 discount. Here are the silver ones. I didn't think I'd like these as much as I do. These things are actually perfect for the OEM interior. Match all the silver and chrome. They look really nice. They actually look just like your OEM ones, but just a little bit bigger. Definitely like the silver better than the blue ones for this interior. It matches the steering wheel so well. But if stealthy is what you're looking for, the black is definitely going to be the way to go. And I saved the red ones for last, thinking that this was going to be the one I was going to go with. I really like the red. It matches the red brake caliper, but I don't know, I really like the silver one. Which one would you guys go with? Red, black, silver, or blue? I think I'm gonna go with silver ones. Honestly, they look so much better than the red ones for this interior. I really like how much bigger they are. They really elevate the interior. This is the old paddle. I don't think I could go back after having this on the car. These are just a little too small. These look really nice. And remember, if you guys wanna get your set, head over to ParagonPerf.com, use promo code RWDC8Z to get 5% off yours. And before I let you guys go, I made a little bit of progress on the wrap. I wrapped the rear hatch last night off camera. It's coming together. All I need to do is just the door and the side skirts, and we'll be done. But anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for the end of the video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Later.